Hello there, Scotty. You're not. And, so, right away you're gonna notice I'm a little tired. I didn't get to sleep last night. I was up late, and then when I tried to get to sleep, the sun came up and I couldn't get to sleep. So I ate breakfast and got up. And I'm really freaking tired. I'm almost Jack Nicholson right now. But I'm gonna keep pushing through with these reviews because I got to. Alright? Let's see how many I can get done. This is number 1. And it's 11:30 in the afternoon. Central Standard Time. But we are doing a review for the movie Esprit, starring Joe Keery, David Arquette, Frankie Grande, Misha Barton, and the dude from Teen Beach Movie. Tip my tongue. Hold on. John DeLuca. I didn't even have to look. John DeLuca. He played Butchie in both Teen Beach movies. That's important to me. He was also Cole on the short-lived ABC Family TV show Twisted, which is a show that shouldn't have got canceled. There's too many questions. Who died at the end of that episode? Who got shot? I needs to know. It's been, I don't know, 10 years almost? Anyway, this is a sort of found footage movie. The way the movie ends explains it. Yeah, we're gonna leave today because I really am tired. So we'll get a lot of these yawns in this video, and I apologize. So it's sort of found footage. The ending kind of explains it. We got Kurt Kunkel, played by Joe Keery, who is this spree driver, which is this universe's version of Uber, I guess. And he decides, he's trying to have a social media presence. And one day he decides, I'm not getting anybody watching. So I'm just going to start killing people and shit. He poisons the water. He takes bottled waters. I don't understand this. Because he takes the needle, puts it in bottled water. But as soon as you puncture a bottle of water, it spurts out. And all he does is put the little glue gun on it. And that stops it. But it doesn't even show it squirting out. I don't understand that. Like, I don't know. At least I think so. A genius. You just hold it like this. Where it's a long way like this. So who knows? But, yeah, so he starts killing people. And there are some decent kills in this movie, man. There are most of them, there's like poison one. Like the first guy that he picks up drinks the water and dies. He gets rid of that guy, and he picks up John DeLuca. John DeLuca plays the biggest asshole. He's doing like a New York kind of accent, talking like this, kind of like he does his Butchie. And he's like, plays the biggest asshole in this. And he's like, yo, I gotta go get some pussy. You gotta go faster. What's this? Why they gonna rush out if you ain't going nowhere? That sort of thing. And so yeah, I got it right now. Then they pick up this other influencer, this comedian. I forget her name. She's sort of like the protagonist, like the hero in the end, I guess. Because she wins in the end. She gonna win in the end. Okay, so yeah. She gets in and she's like, she's had enough of him, of Kurt. Like, he calls, like, Butchie. This guy, I forget his name. He calls her a bitch and like, to Kurt's credit, he's like, okay, out. And he's like, what? And then she ends up getting out. You know what? I'm going to walk. She gets uncomfortable. She said, I'm just going to go. And so he's like, hey, where you going? And he's like, well, I'm taking you where you go. No, you got to go back that way. Well, I got to take a piss. So he he kicks him out. He says, "You gotta get out. I gotta take a piss anyway." Not because you told me. So he gets out and he backs over him, man. He backs over him. Then he picks up Frankie Grande, Misha Barton, and another chick playing different characters. Is Frankie Grande playing straight in this movie? He doesn't sound it. Maybe he can't act like a straight person. I don't know. It's hard when you act, when you know, are a certain way, and you have to try to, I don't know. It's very weird. Like, he doesn't act like a straight, but he's always like calling her babe or whatever. I don't know. But like, there's this gnarly kill where like they get dismembered by dogs, dude. There's like the Misha Barton's in the front seat because she had enough of those two in the back, and they're like stuck. He like closes the sunroof, and they get stuck, and they get like it looks like they're gonna do that, but they don't. And then the dogs dismember them and Misha Barton, and he just goes through a car wash to clean it up. Smart. I mean, I would never kill anyone, but that smart, I guess. But like, wouldn't there still be blood that dripped down when they did the dogs yank their bodies out? I don't know. I thought Joe Keery was pretty good in this. I like him as Steve in Stranger Things, and he was funny in this too. There's a bit that starts at the beginning of this that is called back later when he goes to leave. His mom yells at him and he goes inside the house. He's like, "Oh, hold on." He goes in the house, he comes out, he puts his crystal up. He goes, "My mom gave this to me later." And then later you find out they actually killed his mom. So it's a great callback. Because he's like, he ends up, like, I don't know. The whole climax is just kind of weird to me. Really, because like, so he gets this DJ Uno, this Asian chick. She wants to go to a taco truck, but while he goes to get the tacos, she drinks the water, but doesn't die, and somehow escapes. Like, she doesn't die, she passes out, and then wakes up, shoots the fucking cop, and it's fucking hilarious how the guy used to get shot. He's like, right on the, just bounces off in front of the car. It's funny as hell. And then Kurt's like, "I'm out of here." Boom, drives away. And then ends up at the show with the stand-up lady from earlier. And she's up there. She got double standards, man, because she's up there talking about, I had this spree driver earlier, and he was talking about, share me and stuff like that. Like, I'm gonna get trending, stuff like that. She's like, "That's me. So I'm gonna quit all social media," which lasted all of 5 fucking minutes. She ends up, Kyle Mooney's in this, and he's an SNL guy, or at least was. I'm not the biggest fan of him. I thought he's just trying too hard. Mikey Day is funnier. There's two who were usually paired up when he was on the show. Mikey Day is always funnier. I liked him since the Ken and Wild days. I was gonna show you the DVD, but it's not there anymore. I moved it. Picked it up, so to speak. But he's fine. They're all just like, "Hey, make sure you." Okay, so Kurt at first was getting annoyed because like people are trying to record their own stuff, and he's like, "Hey, Kurt's World 96, Kurt's World 96 or whatever it was." And popping in and so, "Hey man, make sure you subscribe, Kurt's World 96." Popping in, it's like, "Okay, we get it. All right, we get it." But it's a commentary on that toxic social media presence. Unlike with Annie fucking Harding and Dashcam, we have sort of a likable. Kurt is sort of likable. He just wants to be popular. She was a bitch. But it all comes when Kyle Mooney calls it Uber, but he doesn't take the Uber because she ditches him. Or not Uber, the spree. Excuse me. And it ends up being Kurt's spree, of course. He was already at the show, like, just like live streaming the freaking show. He's like, "I was at your show." She realized it's him, and he's like, She's like, where are we going? Home. This isn't the way to my house. No, we're going to my home. So he takes her back to his house, and we already established David Arquette is his dad earlier. And like, he comes home, and he's like, he sees the stand-up lady, and like, what'd you do to my wife? Did you kill my wife? Did you do my wife? But Kurt did it, and we flash back to earlier, showing that Kurt did it with a scream that wasn't in the earlier one, which means he edited it out of the earlier foot, or it was edited out. He didn't edit it because he ends up, spoiler, fucking dead. And we find out later that the people saved the live streams. So whoever edited this together purposely edited out the scream at the beginning of the movie to put in a twist later, because they had to edit it back in at the end of the movie as a twist. Very smart. Yeah. But Kurt kills his dad with a gun, and then she like rams into him, and then goes to drive off, and they're like, "Hey, take a selfie with him." So she props up his dead body, his head, and she takes a selfie, and she becomes blown up on social media. And so whatever she was talking about in her stand-up set doesn't matter anymore because she's not blowing up on the social media, and she's got a big presence now, and she's popular. And Kurt, even in death, has now become popular. There's this like kid he used to babysit named Bobby that he says like his friend or whatever, but not really. And like everyone is liking his stuff, and that leads to them saving all the streams and putting it together, editing into a movie called Esprit. So yeah, this movie is footage found off the internet that was from this live stream that Kurt Kunkel did, and they edited together to a movie. So it is found footage. And unlike the Unfriended movies and Searching, there is an explanation given as to how what we're seeing is technically found footage. Because this footage, people went to the internet, found it, saved it, and made it into a movie. That is fantastic. These kind of movies where it's all like phone or laptop based movies are just like, oh, it's technically found footage, but we can't explain it. They actually explain it. That is a good thing. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. DDP. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I get it pretty good. I liked Joe Keery. David Arquette was pretty good, although in his later roles, he does seem like he's trying too much, or that he might be drunk all the time. But it's David Arquette. You can't kill David Arquette. Bah! Former WCW World Heavyweight Champion, one of the greats. Kidding. Don't threaten me. I'm joking. He's not one of the best, but we're not gonna take it. Oh, we're not gonna take it. He's former WCW World Champion. Anyway, I enjoyed this movie. Alright? And yes, I'm acting a little weird to keep myself awake. I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna have lunch outside today to wake me up, you know? I got laundry I'm doing, so I gotta go down and check that. Because I live in a building with a machine. You put the quarters in. It doesn't make a coin sound, but coin, that's my putting the coin in the slot sound. Yes, I'm tired. I'm rambling. But I'm trying to make it to at least 8 o'clock tonight. Or I can just conk out until tomorrow because I gotta work tomorrow. I don't want to fall asleep any time before that. So I'm trying to do something. And anyway, I really enjoyed this movie. It's pretty good for me. So what are your thoughts on Esprit? Not the candy, the movie. Duh. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.